Assalamu alaikum class. Today we are going to discuss the topic of common examples of routine and positive messages. The previous one was the strategy for the routine request. So I hope कि आपने वो जो lecture है carefully उसको understand भी किया होगा और उसके points भी आपने बना लिए होंगे as I have told you. Right ji? Okay, now let's start. Now we will discuss common examples of routine and positive messages. So let's see. The number one point that we will do, that answering requests for information or action, grants of claims and requests for adjustment, recommendations, routine informational messages, good news announcements, goodwill messages. These are the points which we will discuss one by one. Okay, number one, answering requests for information and or action. Okay, when you are to ask to provide something or you are being asked to take some action, this is what we are going to discuss. Your response should be prompt, gracious, you should be humble, your action or answer should be thorough, answer all the questions that this is the point which I have also mentioned in the previous lecture, that you should answer all the questions, and then you will leave a good impression, encourage a future sale or communication. So these are the points that you will follow in this step while answering requests for information or action. Now the number 2 points, grants of claims and requests for adjustment. So this is what is adjustment. Okay, I have already shared in previous lecture the example of flight. Okay, you must remember that you couldn't board, the flight was cancelled, you would return something which you have bought. Why? Because the product is not appropriate, it was of no usage. Okay, so what you are supposed to do if such requests are being made and now you are on the other side of the tail, that is, you are supposed to interpret policy and try to डिटर्मिन द फॉल्ट. ठीक है, सो जब इस तरह की कोई भी सिचुएशन आती है तो आपने क्या करना है, यू विल interpret the policy of your company and then you will determine the fault. Okay, so maybe your company is at fault, you will do what, you will acknowledge the complaint or claim, you will sympathize with the customer, you will take responsibility for the outcome, right ji, and then explain the plan of action. Okay, so what is your future plan of action, you will explain it properly. Okay, then you will work to repair the relationships. Because of this you may lose a loyal customer if you are not explaining your plan of action to the customer and you are not trying to work to repair the relationship between with your customer. You may lose a loyal customer in future, right? So you will follow up on your response. If customer is at fault, you may be reply to refuse the claim or grant the claims. There are two points, there are two conditions in which the one is you can claim the refuse. Okay, that why the refuse is being is being showing to you, or you can also grant the claim. It depends on the situation on both sides, right ji? Whether negative or positive. When can you refuse a claim? When you understand the cost of adjustment is exorbitant and it's not possible for the company to go ahead, it's going to pass a business heavily, then you can refuse the claim. Okay, you maybe grant the claim. The second option is that you maybe grant the claim when you feel the customer is really important and you want to keep this customer. Okay, what can you do? You can tell them that you can tell them that you have to avoid mistakes in future, right? what can you tell them that you have to deter or avoid mistakes in future? This is customer at fault, right ji? uh, we have understood something company at fault. So this is how we have understood that something company is at fault. Now customer at fault, okay? First we discuss the when the company is at fault. Now we will understand the customer is at fault, the third party at fault, ठीक है? अब जो थर्ड हमारे पास ऑप्शन आती है वो थर्ड पार्टी की है, व्हेन द थर्ड पार्टी इज़ एट फॉल्ट. You will do what? Assess the situation, offer solutions. You will definitely offer the solutions for that fault. Then there will be no blame game, okay? You should sensibly avoid blaming. You are not supposed to blame the customer in any way. There is a point, this is the point at all, that you cannot avoid, that you cannot repeat in any case, okay? So again we will there is a checklist which we have. This is the same checklist which we have discussed in the previous lecture, like maintain a professional tone. How we can maintain a professional tone, right ji? Let me revise you that what are the points that we have discussed. Okay, I will uh, shortly revise them. Maintain a professional tone even if you are extremely frustrated. We have to be professional. Open with straightforward statement of the problem. Let the recipient know the nature of the problem. Then the person will be able to help you out. Provide specific details in the body. So in delay in a flight, give your ticketing number or etc. Present facts honestly and clearly. Politely summarize the desired action in the closing. What are your expectations to settle down the problem or as a fair settlement, or ask the reader to propose a fair adjustment. You are not claiming anything. You would say that I am not demanding specifically, but I am leaving it on you for a fair adjustment, right ji? Then you will explain the benefits of the complying with the request, such as your continued patronage, etc. So these were the uh, points that we have discussed in the previous lecture as well, right ji? So next we will do what the next step is recommendations, okay? So what are recommendations? What kind of recommendations? We have already discussed this point as well. Providing recommendations and references. In the previous lecture I have shared something about what you are asking others to provide recommendations for you. Now you are providing recommendations requested by others for them, right ji? So nowadays it's not been treated as routine as they used to be, but you may get such kind of requests, okay? Have raised some complex issues, right ji? So these are there are must some complex issues which has been raised in recent years, so be very careful about it, right ji? Before writing a letter or providing information about a former employee, make sure you understand your company's policies. See, this is very important point, that you should thoroughly and very detailfully know the policies of your company in which you are working, what your company is allowing to you to do, and how much you are in a position to write about the person. So recommendations, if about the candidate, right ji? Means if the recommendations are about the candidate, you will do understand what are the objectives, okay? So what are the objectives, why this recommendation is required? First of all, you will think about it, why this recommendation is required, why this recommendation letter is being asked. Explain your relationship with the person. You will do what? You will explain the relationship with the person. Next, you will provide evidences if needed. You may compare this person with others. Also, like he was one of the best employees, I like to put him in 10% way good fellow workers. And then evaluation, obviously this is also very important point. You may say he is more suitable person, etc. Then the fourth point, that is routine informational messages. You are required to share a lot of information with the organization. So what kind of informational messages? Maybe so it's like routine information, like updates, the day has increased, so the office timing is going to change. Tomorrow the office will be closed, new software is being updated, etc. So these are the routine information that you should provide to your company. Then you will give the status, what the company is supposed to do, provide policies and procedures, good news announcements, announcing good news. Also, what is meant by announcing good news? Company has sorry for interruption, my cell fell down. Okay, ji. We were talking about the announcing good news. Company has extended few more facilities for the fellow workers, for executives, going to launch some new products or provide new services for the customers. How should you announce? Again, we have their three-step writing process. So be careful, understand your audience, and to prepare this message. Then finally comes goodwill messages. So what kind of goodwill messages can be? You have relationships, uh, you want to strengthen relationships. Okay, you have information, you want to provide information, you want to entertain that person. So like congratulate your supplier, your buyer is having another feather in his cap. So congratulate them, appreciate them, they have done something good for your company, they have placed good orders, so appreciate. Then next comes the condolences. What you can do if there is a situation in which you are supposed to send condolences, somebody lost someone in his or her family, okay, or the person that who was working in your company, uh, so you have to write condolences. Okay, there are three things that are really important. Message should be your message should be short, simple, and sincere. So these are all the steps that will help you in your routine replies and positive messages. You can also read from your notes the page number 172. Read it carefully, and then you can make your points by yourself for your understanding and convenience. Allah Hafiz.